Alright guys, so after some very unfortunate tech difficulties, we are back. Stream's back up and running. Again, I'm Skinny, join with me is the one and only Mux. Roles are swapped here, I'm hosting, he's co-hosting, sorry to disappoint. But game is still NX, or Noxious versus LGI, or whatever you just told me their name stands for. Legendary Gaming International. Yes, that. But anyway, NX versus LGI here on border. Score is 1-1 so far. Bans were LGI banned Monty and Echo, and NX banned Buck and Legion, much like Prime Elite did in their game before them, which was also on border. But as we wait for the last member of NX to get in here, I believe it's Red. What's your thoughts on the game so far, Max? 1-1 back and forth between these teams. Definitely is. From what I've seen from NX so far, at least on these first two runs, is they are stacking these pushes. Like you saw at best last round, all 5 of them were on that balcony. Leading to Armory, and we will be going to Vent's Workshop for our third defense here, as LGI did win their last defense, which was round 2 on Armory Archives for being unsuccessful on it round 1. That's hits pitch coming out from Astro, who's been playing Twitch up until this point. It was switched from the Hibana to the Thatcher, as Stu was switched off of the Frost onto the Pulse. Pretty common choice here. Frost, not really your most viable operator, but you know, trap ops have their places to shine every now and then, but this is a very different defense coming out by LGI here for this ventilation workshop site here. Replacing the Mira and the Maestro for a Castle and Vigil respectively, so definitely going to be playing a lot heavier on their roam game here. Looking like they're really emphasizing control over bathrooms and tellers here, with the majority of the reinforcements going here along with the castle barricades. However, got 2 over here for the event side. Rotation made. Super rotation being made. Literally spending both his impact grenades to make that one single rotation. But this is a really curious hold here by LGI. I actually really like this. I'm curious to see how this plays out for them. Really invested in holding this bathrooms tellers area. Yeah, this hold by LGI is really going to be a heavy extended defense in the customs. It looks like customs passport just to hold for defense here, as we do have my wonderful Crowcast lighting out of this party. Things are going well according to the plan here. Is Crypty walks down metal stairs here, and he's already in sight. Doesn't have diffuser, so you can't do much with this, but. And that's really reading into this tower's hole and just opting to avoid it at all costs. Astro, it appears, will try to hop in for a quick plant here.
Lights out!
And plant's already going down. We're only a minute in here. What is... C4 comes out and we'll get a double kill. Stu almost not getting it, but will collect 2 onto Astro as well. As Crypty will be taken out by Netra, Publix, and Blur, but Stu is still alive here, but Diffuser is still down inside of Vent's Workshop. A huge play by Stu here. It could have easily gone in favor of NX here, as it's all up now to Red and Netra left to clutch up in a 2v3. However, Rex here is very badly hurt. For kill, will not connect onto the IQ. C4 propped and ready. We'll decide to hold off on it. As Red's just waiting for a peek, but Red's wisely deciding to hop off of it. Got Fats over here playing passport, possibly going for a run out, but instead would rotate back into customs to support his teammate. Which leaves only Stu on site here, and we've got Netra, who's also in sight, both of them unaware of each other's presence, which is curious. Netra will rotate into the bathroom here, as we've got Red, who will go for the flank, does take out Stu. Red has full sight control, to possibly go for a plant, will hop into sight along with Netra. They've got full sight control, as this defense works against LGI so far. Red's taken out by Netra. It's all up now to Fats to clutch up in 1v2. Plant does throw down inside of Workshop, and things have shifted back into the favor of NX here. Very curious decision. Fats going for a run will be hit by the Nomad and subsequently taken out by Red, and NX ultimately seizing the opportunities, seeing the holes inside of LGI's defense, and they will collect their second round win. Gotta make this quick. A lot of technical issues going on here. A lot of fun here, but get my wonderful co-caster back in here, as it does appear that LGI will be attempting the ventilation workshop defense for the second time. Maybe things will work out better for them. No sit spits being utilized thus far. Try to get you in here. And so we will be going back here to ventilation workshop for the second time here. LGI possibly going for the exact same hold, as they swapped off the castle to evacuate here, so nice change up here, definitely opting for more information. My Mets is still connecting here. Well, not my Mets, just Mets, and here's that connection is just not working out for him right now, so this is looking to be another almost solo host. I did not solo host the last game, but the hosting conditions were not optimal. LGI going for a different hold here, see if this works. Does this work better? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, Max, I missed you. Unfortunately, I hope. Alright, so you missed the casting of the last round, but you did have the good view of it. Very interesting hold. Is Fats playing very aggressive here. Will already get the first pick out. That's the IQ taken out through the window. That's a very common pre-fire. I'm not sure how he was able to net a kill off of it, but he does. As Stu will pick up a second now. We're a minute in. LGI playing hyper aggressive here for this hold workshop. Goes for a C4, will not connect it. Instead, it's taken out by Crypty from ventilation window here. However, Blur taking out Astro, Crypty on the floor here, and it's really all now left to Netra. LGI gaining essentially 4 kills within the first minute, just playing hyper aggressive after being shut out from their last defense here of this site, which was in and of itself a very back and forth round, but ultimately LGI wins it. Crypty is down here on the floor, will be revived here, but what a very dominant pick here by LGI here, as they've only lost their pulse here. And they've got a minute and a half left to work with, but Blur holding a nasty angle here from supply room. Poet's gonna hold down ventilation, and Red's going top floor. Vat's ready on this main entrance here. NX is really kind of just in a hole at this point. There's not a whole lot they can do from the positions that they're in. Those video scans are going to make things a whole lot harder for them. Poet's missing some shots. It looks like Rex is going to try to attempt to get a C4 out. Will not connect. However, the bullets of Blur will, and now it's all up now to Crypty, who's taken out by Fax in a very decisive round comeback by LGI here. On a round that was over essentially within the first minute, and you just had LGI stalling for time. However, we are, or rather, NX stalling for time, I should say. And we're back here to a 2-2 storyline, as we will be doing that to Armory Workshops, or Armory Archives rather, as it is available now.
Yeah, again, it is just looking like LGI seems to be, I don't want to say giving a round to NX, but definitely doing something here to try to learn the strategy that they're going to go for, learn how, learn their attack style, learn what they're going to do, depending, according to what site they're going to play. And they're just kind of going off of that, learning from their mistakes, trying to, I guess the only thing I could see here is what they're doing for giving up these rounds is so that way they have a surefire way of winning them when they can go again. And I guess we're going to see if that's the truth, excuse me, when they go back here to Armory Archives.
Definitely, and to go back on to their first Ventilation Workshop defense, it was a very back and forth round, really just powers swinging heavily between teams throughout the round, but ultimately NX came out on top, as sadly you were not able to be there with me for that round, but you're back now. But it was a very interesting defense by LGI. I actually liked it a lot, but NX just seemed to read into it very well and capitalize on it. As we will be going back to Armory Workshop, same defense lineup coming out by LGI as they had the first 2 times they went here, which is not bad. Well, I should say they have swapped out the Pulse for the Vigil. That's definitely finding more success on the Vigil, as he will just be chilling out in towers here for now, definitely opting to go for possibly a late flank or just spotting for control here. As for NX, already got break room security control within the first 30 seconds, but LGI does not seem keen to hold it. However, some crossfire coming out across the Armory window will beat the Jackal of Red. About 40 damage, less than 60 HP. Nothing too serious. Got Stu over here, just contesting nothing really, just giving some shots. Try to intimidate, and that's as much as he can. But we've just got Fats holding this hard angle on the passport, expecting someone to come through, but as most of NX is located inside of security right now, no one will come through. Vigil has been droned out though on East Stairs by Netra, who's still out in spawn here, but will see to head in the break room with the rest of his team. Some damage being done onto the Nomad here. This is just a very aggressive defense by LGI. Reds picked up the first kill onto Netra. That is a capped out take. Now there's a lot of kills out of the way. C4 will not connect, instead make a one pull onto the office wall here. Armory wall does the open here, as elsewhere we have Red contesting from security. Lucid has a blur, public retries on the Lucid, a 1-for-1 trade here, but as your Thermite taken down, however, the Armory wall is already open, so he's on his job. Astro taking out Publix here. And we've got Fats trying to go for a flank here on the East Stairs, but ultimately netting nothing so far, as it's just a heavy hold on Armory so far. Fats going for the flank. NX is aware that he is going for this flank. He's got to repel in, and they've just got full security control. Fats really just trying to waste time here. But both teams really at a standstill so far. Reds picks up his second on the Astral, and Stu will see the run-in. But let's away the run time. We'll throw the tail on the Crispy, and we're in a 1 versus 3 here onto Red, who will pick up a wonderful shot on the Fax as the Vigil takes down. But there's no flank left. It's a 1v2, diffuser down, 15 seconds left. Red's gonna have to go for frags here. He's gonna have to do it quick. Does not have time to go for a site rotate on the office, and he's not fragged out. Will not connect the shots onto Rex, and Rex picks up the third kill of the round, and LGI very commanding in that defense there, wasting so much time, and the picks from Rex proving to be vital for that hold. But all in all, really great hold by LGI there.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Red to have to be put in a situation like that. Mirrors still haven't been open. Diffuser was still down. Time just clicking down on the clock, and it's hard to do it even if it was just a 1v1 in that situation. But to have to escalate against 3, it's almost impossible. Improbable. It's not impossible. It's improbable, but still not a fun situation to be in.
Definitely, and it was a good attempt. I mean, he did get some shots out on the Rets and had a beautiful flick. I just got to it in time to see him take out Facts on the rotate. So it's picked from the Yin to the Yin coming out from Netra here. Always the nice bait and switch here, and the Yater to the Yater. Public's fighting back on that sits pick, but given that LGF won both vents and armory, we will be seeing their last defense going here onto customs inspection, which seems to be a lot of teams' choice for an offsite here on the border. Personally, I am a bigger fan of Towers Archives, or not Towers Archives, it's just a consulate, Towers Bathroom for an offsite here. I really feel it's an underutilized site. However, teams will do as they please, and customs is by no means an unplayable site. But same lineup coming out by LGI that they had for their first defense of ventilation workshop here. See what they can do different. Possibly end this in a 4-2 split in LGI's favor. However, a 3-3 split on border, it's definitely a well-balanced map, so it's definitely not the end of the world for NS. But yeah, all in all, a nice close game so far. I'm not really sure what Netra's holding.
Possibly trying to wait for a run out from customs over to the side of tank there.
Definitely. Ooh, Fats should make a huge power play on the compelling player here. Yep. First time that was already coming out. Nothing really utilized on this. Really just a waste of utility as Rets will disconnect. That's not good for LGI. However, that is the castle, so this barricade's already down. Not the end of the world. 4v5s are winnable for sure. However, the detention wall will be opened by Lucid here, so great picks. Some damage on the Crypty, not much. Rain's coming out here onto public inside of supply room. Astro going to be a huge nuisance with that Twitch drone. Beautiful pinch, but Blur will collect the kill on the Crypty. However, Publix has been down, and that Twitch drone can, in theory, pick him off. Blur picking up a second on the red, taking a lot of damage in the process, but Blur really holding things together for his team so far. However, Lucid will finish off Publix, says the Gator taken down. Netra will take out Stu as well. So we're in a 3v2 here with the Bandit heavily damaged here. Astro inside supply, gonna go for a plant here. All angles covered here. As I don't believe LG is aware of Facts. And Blur are going to have to go for a retake here. Again, Blur heavily damaged. 17 down coming out onto Facts. Not a good position to be in. Lucid getting some shots out. That's nice. Not a lot doing done. A beautiful shot on the net by Facts. We'll get two. Do they see the Claymore? I don't know. Lucid will get one on the board from the Claymore and the second on the Facts, and that's take the last round, but it was super close there for LGI. Certainly. I'll give you a quick scoreboard here. Everyone putting in a fair amount of work here, but I do believe we will have a rehost here. So I'll wait on the remaining members of LGI, and in fact, Rets will return, so maybe not.
My biggest surprise for that one is, why did Fax, he got the 3 kill, he was already in, advantage-wise for that momentum. Why did he not try to secure the last kill to make sure he wasn't going to be contested there for that, for the diffuser?
I definitely think that it had to have just been some miscommunication. I believe that, it was Fax and Blur who was on very low HP, but still alive. Definitely, I feel that Blur could have given some cover possibly, but it seemed like he went for a run out and was met with a Claymore instead, so just an unfortunate circumstance. But again, a very good attempt. Nice back and forth between these teams, as we do have The first Bathroom Towers defense of the day. I'm excited to see this, especially for our first site here. And I'm curious decision to sit with the Valkyrie of all operators onto the Ella, but I mean, I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see what's here. I want to see what else can do here. As Bathroom Towers is easily the least played site on Border. However, you know, you end your half 3-3 split, feeling good after that last round win. Why not shake the waters here?
I mean,
I don't know. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know about this this pre-place smoke cancer here, especially considering you're leaving your towers walls soft, and there is a Thatcher in play, so all of that can easily be just deleted, basically. So a curious hold by NX here, but who knows? Definitely emphasizing a lot on this offensive control, which is crucial for this site in particular, but LGI looking to go for a rush through the backside here. As no one's in Orange have to contest, or in Customs, no one is on site here. And LGI is reading into this perfectly. They do have the pre-placed tailfulls here by the Ella here, and Red will collect the first tail onto Blur. Public's still holding the diffuser, and this is just entire vertical play being done here by NX here. I don't... Lucid taking out Public sets diffuser down as well. What is this? Alright, so we've got LGI falling back, realizing that they do need to contest this opposition from above as they've lost their Thermite and their Thatcher here. Going for a pinch here from the east stairs as well as Metal. Got Steel up here on Sandwich Window. Crypty gonna be holding an Armory, looking to get pinched here by LGI here. Crypty takes one out, that is Rex. Gets two on the Stew, that's Diffuser down to Marshmallow, and now it's all now to Facts in a 1v5 situation. And this round is more or less over for LGI, but Facts might be aware of this, might be just using his team's time here to figure out what they can do for the next round here, but all in all, just what a hold by NX. I have never seen Bathroom Towers held like this. Fats will get a Buell shot on the Lucid, but it's impactful natural refrag, and NX take their first defense onto Bathroom Towers in very confusing and commanding fashion, but man, I love that hold, honestly. That was incredible.
It was a good hold from Office, I do agree, but man, LGI, just where was your head in that? To make that strong of a pushover on Office and Bathroom with no other angles going into sight, nobody pushing towards upstairs to try to maybe distract somebody from, you know, killing off both their defuse planners. I just don't understand what was going on with that. What was the game plan other than just hard rushing Bathroom?
I mean, on LGI's side, they would have had to have seen that, you know, both the sites were vacated, so they're like, hey, let's go for a plant, but that was NX's plan all along. They baited them into that heavy rush, and they just punished LGI for it, and then Crypty doing massive work over on a half wall in Armory that could get the two pits and diffuser down. Leave Facts in a 1v5. That was a really impressive and really out of the box hold by NX, and I commend them for it fully. But Bathroom Towers, if you ever want to know how to defend it, there's one way for you right there.
We always joke about people talking about me in the chat. I just got Troves saying I'm down next. Hello. This is hello, Troves. How's it going, buddy? Don't forget, this is Skinny hosting today, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any lackluster spectator work we might be receiving here. I'm not the master at it that Mets is, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, aka that's deciding to get comm bans, we cannot have him host as Twitch won't allow him. So
I'm a good boy. Don't expose me.
it's not undoable. It's not the worst case scenario. But LGI going for a very heavy office push here. Down here, they go for a round. But Fats taking out red early on. That's the Valkyrie taken down. That's one C4 down. So beautiful pick by him. Where was the Valkyrie playing? She had to have been. Oh, she had to have been up top. Stu from sandwich window takes out one. Lucid will immediately refrag though, and that's a spot that LGI played way that week 1 against my old team of Zero Gravity. So good old deja vu there for me personally. Candel's coming out. It's looking to be a heavy office push, but possible turtle plant?
Possibly.
Smoke going out full times. Ooh, EMP hot by the ADS. It is clear. Netro picks up a kill onto Rex, as I believe the thermite taken down. Plant is going down, but Lucid will take it. Really bold play coming out here by the smoke, and that's the diffuser down. No ADS available to assist him. Fats picks up a kill on the Netro. That's the gator down. There wasn't a whole lot left of him. Fats will be holding inside of office here. Count hazard. Could possibly net kill onto the smoke. It's an all-out brawl here in R-Tags right now.
Reload.
As Lucid will vacate the site and go for a flank here. This could be huge. They'll both vacate the sites, and C4 caught onto the darters. Blur will take out Crypty. It's all up now to Lucid and a 1v2. Plant going down by Blur. Lucid not checking the right angle. Fats picks up the kill, and LGI take their round. And another very back and forth round. A lot of these games, or a lot of these rounds, honestly, have been coming down to just all-out brawls between teams. It seems like no really like one-for-ones or anything. Just all-out like team versus team. It's really fun to watch personally, but man.
Yeah, this has definitely been a frag over plant heavy styled gameplay so far. But I mean, yeah, like you said, it has been brawl. It has been coming down to who has the better gun skill, who has, you know, who's holding the better angle, who's the one willing to make that push that the others weren't willing to make. And like you said, it's really just been kind of coming down to 1v1s. Man, this is something insane. Like I've never seen such a back and forth game between a team going up against LGI. Like this is the first time I've seen them actually struggle a little bit to get an advantage.
And mind you, I say that it's coming down a lot to like these all-out brawls, but at the same time, there's so much strategy coming out from both teams as well. Like it's just the whole package really going on here. It's really something else. What I'm curious about on Agnes's side is, I believe it's CrossFit coming out here by Crypty. And that's definitely expecting another heavy push from LGI. They've lost 4 drones. Really poor drone economy being on here by LGI here. As it's only Zats will be the only one to survive the prep phase. But NX has been breaking out some wonky holds here in the second half, and I'm loving every bit of it personally here.
Yeah, I always usually talk about, I'm not trying to cut you off, but
No, you're dead.
yeah, I always love seeing new strats being held on the border. Usually I always talk about this map having just being a little too bland for my taste, but it seems like NX is not going to disappoint for what they're going to be holding. Where's the rest of LGI? Oh, there we go.
Sometimes you watch on Snapchat, you know? Very heavy armory defense coming out here by NX, and LGI definitely looking to do an armory take, so good read by NX to figure out the push by LGI here. Got Red playing over here in Office and supported by Netra inside of Archives. As Lucid picked up the first steal onto Stu. That's the Maverick taken down. Well aware of that sandwich position, as I'm pretty sure he was taken out from it last round. And full site control for... Full site control, or not site control, security control for LGI here. First EMP comes out. And this is looking to be like another brawl. Pre-fire coming out by Lucid. He will connect onto the head of Blur. Lucid playing very aggressive here. Goes for the pick onto the bandit. Unsuccessful. Or not the bandit, the Blitz. Mirror window gets opened up, as well as Armory wall here. Public spray outside, looking to go for a charge here. We got the Frost on half wall. The mirror will fall back. Red's taking a lot of damage back onto balcony here. See if anyone on NS can possibly go for a flank, but it doesn't seem as anyone will be going for one, as we've got Flats here on flank watch. Really just expecting a push to happen, but Publix and Reds have been lit up heavily here. There is no smoking play for LGI here. First smoke grenade comes out by Publix, but nothing is active punch from it. Publix possibly trying to bait out a C4 here, it looked like, as it's just full misplayed Candela here. Will in fact blind his teammate as well as the second one. Second smoke grenade comes out, and really poor use of utility here. Nothing really being net of it. C4 is reps. Thrown, will not connect. Good bait. Second C4 will also not connect, so both C4 suspended. Fast takes out Netra. Publix trying to go for the Frost, but Astro will in fact take him out. A team kill on the Fats by Reds, and Crypty taking out Reds. Horrible misplay there by LGI. And that's capitalizing on every mistake made by LGI to bring the round up 5-4. And man, these rounds, man, this whole game just, wow, this is, I'm really lost for words. Just, you don't get to see a game like this every day where it's just brawl after brawl after brawl. But man,
this game, this game is definitely a head scratcher without a doubt. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know why Blur was running in there the way he did. He was the one playing the blitz, right? Mm-hmm. Hard for me to see on my screen. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why Blitz ran in there with the diffuser like that, trying to trying to take down that Crypty. Yeah, I'm trying to say names here, but I don't know why. I just don't know why. I'm trying to figure out what was going on. Oh, also for people in the Twitch trying to figure out the bans, it was a Montaigne, Buck, then Legion, and Echo were the bans.
So even the bans are wonky. But
yeah,
I think to go back to the play by the Blitz that last round, dude, I banned it, my bad. But I think he heard both the C4s go off and nothing connected, so I figured that he thought that he was safe. And after the really mismanaged smoke and Candelas coming out by LGI that last round, which really just seemed like just poor management of them, or just miscommunication possibly, but really it just seemed to just be a gamble on LGI's side that ultimately did not pay off. And really the final nail in the coffin was that team kill onto the Yin, who could have easily, I mean, her Candelas were expended, but the fraging power of that T95, along with, you know, being the only member on LGI with a fair amount of health, I don't know. It was a gamble, but it didn't pay off for LGI. Now it's still at 5-4. I know we're into the round already. We're expecting another brawl here, but here's the scoreboard for anyone wondering. Fats and Lucid breaking out 9 kills apiece for their teams. Everyone else keeping pretty steady. No one really lacking. I mean, Astro and Publix are 2-1 respectively, but you know, with a game this close, it's really about as balanced as it gets. What I'm curious about though is this Finka pick by Rex here. He's droning here, but imagine the Finka with that Blitz in play. That's a power combo for sure. Lucid going for a run out here onto security balcony here. We'll take a little bit of damage and we'll give none in return onto who I believe to be Stu here. Trying to go for a pre-fire, will not connect. And he will rotate back into armor here. Security is forfeited by NX here. Elsewhere, we've got some gunshots rattling out. Nothing. This is shaping up to be a brawl. Top 4 control, it seems, for at least half top 4 control for LGI. Old frag grenade gonna come out, will not connect onto the smoke. Bats will take out Lucid though, so that is the smoke finally dispatched, and it appears full top 4 control for LGI here. But with only a minute left, that's 2 out of 3 Frost mats gone. Frost really not the best choice here. Smoke grenade coming out down below, Pain's going out. Red seeing the Jaeger, and we'll connect that Netra taken out here. Elsewhere, we got Fats contesting. Where we take out Astro, that's the dog taken out. Break the surge coming out. Fats will drop in the site. Full site control. Almost another team kill here. Fats will take out Stu, who was taken out by Crypty. But yeah, and another. I don't even want to call that a brawl. It's just it's the most ranked-est round I think we've seen this whole game.
I think it just came down to not enough pressure upstairs. That smoke alone playing in Army Archives by himself wasn't able to do enough damage, or at least waste enough time to be able to run down that clock effectively. I'd want to say maybe have that Jaeger upstairs with him instead of playing downstairs on site. And then once you get that vertical control and with no pressure in any way, with everybody just sitting clear as day on site, it's not really that hard to push over on the workshop, you know, effectively is, I guess, what I'm looking for here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's opting to go back to Bathrooms Towers, which was easily their most decisive defense this whole game so far, but see if they do the same hold and see if LGI can counter it better if they do. But I know I've said this a lot, but that first hold they had on the site, I loved it to pieces, dude. It's honestly probably one of my favorite plays I've seen in a long time, just period. Same lineup here coming out by LGI here. Their Yin pick, I'm not disagreeing with it, but their Yin pick has been very hit or miss for them. As you saw in that last round, it was very effective for them, along with that Finka. I'm not sure why they opted off the Finka. The round prior to that, when we were attacking Fury, it just was not there at all. So definitely a very volatile operator for LGI here when it's successful. But so the same can be said for the on and off Frost by NX as well. A lot of I know we've discussed a lot, but this game is just it's one of the weirdest games we've had in collective in a while, but it's also simultaneously one of the most fun games that I've had to play with commentating in a while.
This is pen something.
Absolutely. LGI definitely reading into this defense a lot better on NX and opting for top 4 control this time, as I don't believe there's any bottom 4 control. Yeah, no bottom 4 control at all. Mind you, the site is Bathrooms Tower, which is on the first floor, and every person in this game is on the top floor brawling it out. This is like, I don't know if you've ever watched Latin America Pro League, but this is how Blue plays out a lot for them, and I love it to pieces. It's so fun. A lot of damage being done on the Lucid here. Rets will take out Red, that's the castle taken down. Looking to go for 2. Will not see the body of the smoke here. Some damage done on the Crypty as well as Blur. As Astro will do some damage of his own on the Facts. Going out, possibly looking to get Thermite onto the wall. Backside exposed, there could be a flank. A huge C4 by Netra will take out Publix and Stu. I don't know where that came from. Through the hatch, as we now have a player down below. Candel's coming out. Red standing second kill on the Crypty. Netra refragging on the Red. Calls down to Facts, who takes out Astro. Looking to go for a second, will not connect, as well as Blur, staying the castle barricade. Lucid, to meet Fats here, will not connect. Fats takes out Lucid. It's all now to The Bandit of Netra who go for a flank onto metal stairs. Looking the flank wad. Going to crouch wad, go for the flank here. They don't know. They don't know. He could go for a flank, but he doesn't know either. Mirror window would get open. He will fall off it instead of pursue it. Just droning from above. No C4 available. As just now the drone comes out. Just a horrible misplay. Players dropping. Netra takes out one on the board. He is setting on the Fats. He will not, and Fats will get the final kill onto Netra. That puts LGI at match point. Clean the round. 6-5 for the game rather, and I'm honestly losing my voice over this. Just what is this game? I love it so much. This is just wild. The way it's been going as well, we're barreling towards a draw here. Do you see a draw, or do you see LGI closing this out 7-5?
I can't really say for sure. One thing I do want to say though is that C4 play from Workshop, that was something that in my entire time casting for all of collective esports. In the months that I have been here, I have never seen anything like that. That is just nutty. I don't know how else to take. If LGI uses their gadgets effectively, if they play like they have been playing the last 2 rounds, you can see them taking it here to a 7-5. But if they don't, and if NX keeps playing with the sheer aggression that they have been, pulling out strats that people have never seen before, and frankly just aren't prepared for, I think it might be a tie.
Absolutely. Honestly, I'm almost hoping for a tie. Just fucking asshole. God, I love it so much, but to go back to that C4 play by Netra, it was definitely, it could have easily been a tie changing, and it really was more or less Netra versus that round. Just throughout the whole round, but now it's the 1v1 between the two respectively. But still, man, bring up a scoreboard here. Fats really doing a lot of heavy lifting these last couple of rounds, breaking 14-5 here. However, not to discredit anyone else on his team. Red's pulling out 9 as well. Blur and Stu doing their work. Public's kind of lacking on the scoreboard, but kills aren't everything. 6-5. Team's doing their job. Elsewhere, we got Netra breaking double digits at 10. Lucian closing down at 9, and then the rest all putting in fair numbers. You know, Astronal only got 2, but again, as close as the game it's been, no one's really lacking here. So, really just an incredible game by both teams so far. We'll see whether LGI can close it out this final round, or if NX can break it into a tie, 1-1. Or 6-6 rather, 1-1 points.
I hate to break it off, but could you imagine if someone just jumped out from tellers?
I
like
know, I was saying that
instance?
Earlier on a
just
earlier.
All 4 were rappling up there, and just an Ellis shotgun would have took down an entire 4 in a matter of
First
seconds.
team for coming out. Will not connect. Netra pulling in 2 kills, doing huge for his team. That is the Yin and the Thatcher taken out. The spearhead of LGI's attacks has been taken out, and that is a huge pick. Netra playing out of his mind here. I'm sorry we got distracted by it and couldn't see it, but man, the huge plays by Netra. Red getting a beautiful shot on the red set. The Diffuser down on the stairs. Blur decapitating Red in response. We're left in a 2v4 here. Diffuser down. NX is in the driver's seat, but given how this game's been going, it's not unwinnable for LGI here. A run-up by Crypty will be met by Stu. As the Yater taking out 2v3. NX looking... Man, I'm just losing my words here. NX, they're in the driver's seat for sure, but for their sake, I hope that they don't get
too aggressive. Yeah, definitely. I can 100% agree with that here.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry. I definitely got caught over here for a second. But, again, NX, they're in the driver's seat, but they could easily blow it if they get too aggressive here. However, with just over 30 seconds left, LGI's don't have to make a push here, and it looks like Blur's right to do so. We'll see the Mira, and a beautiful shot on the Astro. Lucid refrets on the Stu. We're in a 1v2. Netra closes it out to a 6-6 tie here. it's really the only appropriate way. Nets were going huge that last round, 13-7. That double kill onto the Thatcher and the Yin especially was just huge, dude. And
I just want to put out there was not one drone in that entire final round. I mean, GG to both teams, but there was not a single drone in that entire last round. Yeah, it was not one drone.
Right.
They just ran in for frags.
I'm going to get. I want to get NX in here first. Who do I invite for this?
Both the IGOs.
No. I mean like.
LGI Blur.
I think it's supposed to be one at a time.
No. It's both at a time.
Oh, I don't know. Yep. I've been seeing them go one at a time lately, so. But we don't have a game afterwards, so I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll get whoever from NX first in here.
Okay.
Who is it from NX? Who am I inviting from NX? Who's their leader? Who's their head? It'd be Netra, right?
It would be Netra, yes. And also, please do bring in both. We are supposed to do both teams at a time when it's a tie.
Alright.
For the future commentators watching.
I don't know, I'm only asking because lately I've been seeing it. Hey, what up? I'll just wait for Blurry in here. But yeah, no, like I was saying, lately I've been seeing, I don't know, lately from the ties that I've seen, I haven't been testing them, but I've seen them go one at a time, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be both at a time.
Sorry, I'm sorry for being such a horrible caster to you guys. No, we're that game, very get Blur in here for sure, but
so
alright. Of course, both of you know, include your audio, whatever, blah blah blah. But
yeah.
First of all, GG. Definitely, I can say personally, right off the bat, it's probably the most exciting game that I've gotten to cast and watch in a very long time. So props to both of your guys' teams for that.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Make sure to include your audio, guys, real quick.
I already told them that.
No, I got it in. It was just beginning. It was right before you started interviewing.
Alright. So, first question. I've been dying to ask this since I first saw it, but Netra, that first bathroom towers hold. But what was that? My mind was just blown off of that. That's probably like my favorite play that I have seen, just period, and forever, man. It's just crazy.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to take off LGI in general. We knew that they were probably going to expect something different, but we gave them what we gave them, and that was the bathroom. And so yeah, our point here was just to hold upstairs, and we were just trying to make sure that they couldn't get in. That was basically it, and it worked, and we're really proud of it. And shout out to the people who helped us, all the people in our team who helped us think of that. So yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely thrown off of it. I'm like,
Netra, can I comment on something?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Did you? I don't know if you meant to do this, but did you bait us with not reinforcing the wall to bathroom at all?
Yes.
Dying to hear this.
Yeah, we fell for that bait. We thought we were gonna get in there and get an easy plant, but you guys held a vertical, which was very crucial.
Yeah, we were expecting that. Actually, when we were mid game, we were actually shocked about how fast you guys got in there. He was like, "They're in!" And we were like, "Oh," we were like, "Okay." We just
we were going for a rush
like, we got it. Yeah, and that would have been a great move if we weren't expecting that. So, but yeah, we were.
Yeah, that whole bathroom towers both times was just crazy. The second time, literally, bathroom towers on the first floor, and the entire match was played on the second floor, as no one was downstairs for like the majority of the rounds. Really, really exciting to see. on top of that, really, just for me as on a whole, question-wise, really, I don't know, this game was so crazy to me just because, like, a lot of these matches were coming out as, like, all just, like game brawls almost, just, like, team versus team, not, like, really, like, a whole lot of, like, you know, person here, person there. It's just, like, an all-out, like, freight train, like, brawl, but, like, the thing is, like, it's that on top of so much strategy with it, too, like, was it just like your guys' playstyles complementing each other? Is it you guys counter-striking each other? Or is it just how the game played out? Like,
I mean, honestly, it was
that
like
doesn't happen.
yeah, they were actually a great team to play against. We weren't expecting exactly what we got. We were obviously hoping to win, and I'm sure they were too. But you know, LGI is such a great team. We love the guys over there. They're actually really cool. So, but yeah, they're a great team. So they could definitely kind of caught on to what we were doing fairly quick, and they definitely could hold us down at certain points, but we were just trying to outsmart them in certain situations, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. So they would either have the advantage or we would. So I mean, it was kind of how the game rolled out in the same sense. So, but yeah, GG's to them for sure.
Netro, one
Yeah,
place where you
around-
got us at was in the last round with that C4. I don't know which person on your team was.
Oh, it
but
was
a
me.
double C4 kill.
That was
yeah, it's
a
Bandit.
Metro
That
Oh wait, no,
was-
oh no, no. Are you talking about wait, the last round, was that me? I can't remember.
Talking about bathroom towers.
Someone hit a C4 and it killed 2 people. And it
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure.
was
I know that I
second
opened
time
up.
around.
All I did was as Bandit was whenever we were upstairs in Armory, and you guys were coming from the east side, taking control of office. The only time I used the nitro cell was really whenever I opened up the wall from downstairs in Tellers, and I like killed 2 of you guys. But no, that's I don't know who that was, to be honest with you.
No, I'm not sure. That was you. You and Facts on LGI's side were just showing power players the last couple of rounds. It was
Yeah.
really exciting to see. I just had one last question for you, Netro, on the side.
Okay.
Matt slides out again, of course. The Buck Legion band. What brought about that? Because oddly enough, the game prior to your guys's Prime Elite versus 3D, Prime Elite had the same exact bands of Buck and Legion. So what's the thought process of it?
So we actually banned Buck because we figured I didn't necessarily know if they used Buck or not, but we know that Buck is used heavily on this map, so we wanted to eliminate that factor for them once they got on the attack. That's really all to it, because they Buck from below inside of what's that one room? It's work office and something else. It's the room right next to the front door. Can remember the ventilation room? That's it. Yeah, and they typically take control of that and they'll open it up, and so we wanted to eliminate that factor immediately. But the reason why we banned Legion is because it's so crucial for us. Me and Crypty and just especially me and Crypty, we absolutely hate Legion. Legion is like our kryptonite, and so it doesn't matter. You can't, as long as we're gonna be able to ban, we're gonna ban your Legion. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just how it's gonna go. We do not like Legion. We hate them a lot. So that's it. I mean, it just makes it hard for us to push.
Yeah. And then really LGI or Blur rather, not your whole team, but I guess you and your team. I don't know, man. Sorry, I've been stumbling my words from just how crazy this whole match has been, but I noticed you guys were really like heavily invested in that Yin, and when it was working, it was working, and then when it wasn't, it was kind of just like, oh,
yeah, it was
there's the round, I guess. But,
mediocre.
yeah, I mean, is the Yin like commonplace for you guys, or is it just kind of something that you guys are starting to break out? Because I also want to add on. Yeah, for sure. I also want to add on is some of the plays that you guys were doing were very deja vu for me, as you guys, particularly that Maverick on the marshmallow, or I keep sandwich window. I always call it marshmallow for some reason, but sandwich window. I don't know why I call it that, but that gave me some heavy deja vu, because week 1, back when I was on Zero Gravity, you guys employed the same thing, and it's such a cheeky play that I don't know. I really can't give enough compliments to just both teams in this match. So for that's really all that I have to ask. I don't know where Mets disappeared to. I'm then back he hasn't joined. So
I mean, yeah, we know
Give
what
you
we
guys the-
necessarily need to work on because we knew that they were gonna, the moment that we wanted to take defense first, that was kind of our goal, so it kind of threw us off a little bit. But, I mean, we know what to work on from here. We immediately knew what we needed to work on after the match was over. We're like, all right, this is where we need to work, which is easy. It's easy fixes that our team can implement. This beforehand was like a crazy setup because we were trying to get our team together, and it like we were freaking out. We were starting to stress out. We are like, guys, we need you guys on these certain times, and like everybody was just stressing us out. So it just in general, we've been stressed. But I mean, LGI is they're such a hard competitor sometimes, and they were definitely on their A game today. So GG's to you guys for real.
Definitely.
GG to yours as well.
And then I have just one final point before I toss it over to Mets for whatever thing he might add. But LGI, it's nice to see you guys with 5 players again, because I know
Yeah.
4v5s are never fun, and it's ironic because you 4v5'd a team that had the 4v5 a lot. So
We almost had 4 players today. I just got home about 10 minutes before the game started.
I know, I heard it was crazy, but that's all I have to add. Mets, I don't know if you have really anything to add or not, or if I should support them at this point.
I do not have anything to add. I guess the interviews and the outro are the only thing left to do. I do have to get going, however, because I have to train some new people to host. So,
Awesome.
good game to you guys. You guys played very well. It was very fun to watch. A lot of interesting strats. A lot of interesting things.
Mets, quit being modest. It was one of the best matches in a while.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Sure. Whatever makes you shut up faster. Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah, great.
But with that, I'll give you guys the floor. Netch, I'll let you start first, just because you guys did have first and last round wins. But whatever you want to shout out, floor is yours.
Awesome. Okay. Well, GG's to LGI. Shout out to them. Awesome team. Also, shout out to Collective Esports. Make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram, YouTube, and make sure you guys follow them on the Twitch. It's essential. Come on, boys. What are you doing? If you're not following, follow already. Also, gentlemen, make sure you guys come and follow us on Instagram, NX Esports. That's it. NX Esports. We've got our Twitter, NX underscore Esports. We've even got our Twitch channel, which is Noxious underscore Esports. Make sure you guys go check out our sponsors and everything like that. You guys can get some really good discounts. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.
Man, came prepared with a script. Damn. All right, Blair. Anything you want to shout out? Floor is yours.
All right, just like to shout out my team, people who play with, squad, and Jackson and Daniel. Sadly, Daniel can't be here. Go check out the Instagram, LGI Gaming. Check out the YouTube as well, LGI Gaming. And shout out my boy Sam. All right, that's all I got.
All right. And with that, that'll be game 2 finished. After checking the schedule that I didn't check for game 1, we do have one more game going on, and it's going to be a huge one. Shadow Gaming versus New Horizons at 7:30 Eastern Time. I don't know who'll be there. Might be me, might not. Take that how you will. But with that all said and done, I've been Skinny. With me is Netra and Blur from Noxious and LGI respectively, after one of my favorite games, period. And be sure to give us a follow again at Collective Esports. Basically our ads for everything on here. Twitch, you heard the man before. Why aren't you following us here? You're watching us here. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, the whole nine yards. Give us a follow, but until then, we'll see you next time, and peace out.